Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Everybody got the notebooks back? Those who have submitted?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, if any instruction is written by from my side in your notebook, please check it. If correction work is there, do the correction. If in anybody's notebook I have done written, do the correction. That means spelling mistakes. Lot of spelling mistakes is there. You have to do the correct the spellings. Clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Now, in our previous classes, we have already started this lesson number 3 of history, that is ruling the countryside. Now, in this, we have seen in the initial beginning of the lesson, in the initial stages of this lesson, that how the Mughal emperor has appointed the East India Company as the Diwan of Bengal, and how this means the Diwani of Bengal has made great success for the East India Company, and how we have seen in this revenue of the company. This next topic, we have seen that before 1865, the company had purchased goods in India by importing silver and gold from Britain. But afterwards, now, as soon as it was made the Diwan of Bengal, that is the revenue collector, the finance administrative main financial administrator of Bengal, it has now collected the revenue from the Bengal, and which could finance and purchase the goods from the goods for export. Now, no need to bring the gold and silver from Britain and then to collect or purchase the things from India. Now, it's the collection of revenue itself was enough to purchase the things which was made in India and to for the export purpose to take it back to Britain. So after that, we have also seen the situation, the condition which arises in the Bengal state. That is the artisans were deserting the villages. Deserting means were leaving the villages just because they were forced to sell their things to the company at low prices. Then we have seen the condition of peasants also, because they were not able to pay the dues. They were being demanded more and more revenue from the East India Company, which were not be able to pay. The peasants were not able to pay them back. Then we have seen also that due to this, the agricultural cultivation also shows the sign of collapse. Shows the sign of collapse means disintegrated. Clear? Then the terrible famine also appeared, where 10 million people in Bengal was killed and one third of the population was wiped off. Wiped off, I had given the meaning. What does the word wiped off mean?
Destroyed.
Which was destroyed or
Destroyed.
extremely tired of all this situation. Wiped out means extremely tired of this all these situations, which was there just because of East India Company, which had become the Diwan of Bengal now. Now, today we are going to start with the new topic, the need to improve agriculture. Now, the need to improve agriculture means what now? What was the reason that why the agricultural production was needed to for the improvement purpose? Why the East India Company was giving more importance to the improvement in agriculture? Now, few policies were adopted by East India Company to improve the agriculture. Few plans were done so that more and more profit can be made from the agricultural production to the East India Company. So the if the economy was in ruins, if the economy was in ruins, ruins means disintegration. You can write down, if the economy was in disintegration. Economy of which state we are talking about? Especially
Bengal.
very good,
Bengal.
very good.
Bengal.
The economy was in ruin. Ruin means disintegrated or being destroyed by the East India Company. How could the company be certain of its revenue income? जब इकोनॉमी ही डिस्ट्रॉय हो रही है तो कंपनी कैसे श्योरिटी ले सकती है कि वहां से उसको अच्छा खासा रेवेन्यू मिलेगा, अच्छा खासा टैक्स वो प्रॉफिट गेन कर सकेगी. Most company officials began to feel that investment in the land had to be encouraged. Now, most of the company officials, those who were the officials of company, yes, Arav, yes, good. You have to now read permanent, Mahalwari, and Monroe system. Very good. So the company officials began to feel that investment in the land had to be encouraged, that people should be encouraged to grow, to take interest in the production of the agricultural production, plus to take interest in land, to make the land more and more fertile and productive. And how to improve this? The main purpose of the company official was, now how was this to be done after 2 decades? After 2 decades, what is a decade? I had already given you the meaning of decade. Decade means period of 10 years. Period of 10 years is called a decade. So after 2 decades of debate on the question, the company finally introduced the permanent settlement. This was, underline this, very much important. After so many debates, meetings and all, now finally the company had made the decision of introducing the permanent settlement. That is, by the terms of this settlement, abhi ek settlement start kiya company ne, East India Company ne, and by this terms of this permanent settlement, what happens? The Rajas, now this is the terms and condition of permanent settlements, you can underline this. The Raja and Talukdars were recognized as zamindars. जो राजा थे, local rulers थे, और जो तालुकदार्स, who are the talukdars? The people who form the ruling class. So the Rajas and the Talukdars, they were now considered as the zamindars, so that they can take more interest in the land activity for the production of the land. So now these Rajas, local leaders, and the aristocrat, the nobles, they were recognized as zamindars. अब उनको zamindars की position दे दी गई. They were asked to collect rent from the peasants. Now what was the work of these Rajas and Talukdars? They were to collect the rent from the peasants. Peasants से वो rent collect करना, and to pay revenue to the company. And whatever payment was collected from the peasants in the form of rent, rent means किराए के तौर पे वो जो भी farmer से लेते थे as a tax, वो company को payment करना. So what was the work of Rajas and Talukdars? They used to collect the rent from the peasants, farmers, and pay the revenue to the company. Now the the amount to be paid was fixed permanently. Whatever payment was there. Yes, Arav, I hope, means I'm very much happy to say that Arav has read already the lesson and he knows about whatever I am just now teaching. Very good. So they were asked to collect, these Rajas and Talukdars were asked to collect the rent from the peasants, and they used to pay whatever the collection was there, they used to pay to the company back. And the amount to be paid was fixed permanently. Whatever payment was to be made to the company, it was fixed permanently. Means जितना amount fix किया गया था कि उतना तो collect करके company को देना ही देना है. So that is, it was not to be increased in even ever in future. ये जो company का जो था payment, जो राजाज और तालुकदार collect करके peasant से payment करते थे, it was fixed permanently and it was not increased ever in future. Means future में उसको increase नहीं करना था. That is why it was not named as permanent settlement. So what was the first term and condition? What was the first condition of this permanent settlement? What was the first condition?
That the revenue was
future में revenue नहीं बढ़ेगा.
First तो it was so that the Rajas and Talukdars were recognized as zamindar. सबसे पहले क्या condition थी कि राजा और तालुकदार को जमींदार की appointment दिया गया था, ठीक है ना? As a zamindar they were appointed now. Then second was they had to collect the rent from the peasant and pay to the revenue to the company. ये second इनकी condition थी. Third condition थी that whatever amount to be paid was fixed permanently. ये third condition थी कि जो भी amount था वो fixed था and that had to be paid to the company. Clear? This much?
Yes,
Okay. Now next is It was felt that this would ensure a regular flow of revenue into the company's coffers. और इससे क्या श्योरिटी मिल गई कि अब चाहे एग्रीकल्चर प्रोडक्शन में इंक्रीज हो चाहे ना हो, बट कंपनी के जो कॉफर्स, कंपनी कॉफर्स, व्हाट डज द वर्ड कॉफर मीन हियर? You can underline this word and you can write down the meaning over here.
Box stores used to store money.
Where, huh? A small box, a small box for holding valuable things like money and all. A small box for holding valuable things like money and all. So अब क्या हुआ कि एग्रीकल्चर में प्रोडक्शन में इंक्रीज हो चाहे नहीं हो, but the rajas and talukdars had to collect the revenue from the peasants and a particular fixed amount was there which had to be paid to the company. क्या अब उनको कंपनी को जमा करवाना ही करवाना था उतना रेवेन्यू कलेक्ट करके. Clear? So this and surety, this was the surety that the regular flow of revenue was there in company's coffers. कंपनी के खजाने में पर्टिकुलर अमाउंट का तो कंटिन्यूशन में एक तरीके से कलेक्शन होना ही होना था, whether the production was there or not. So at the same time encourage the zamindars to invest in improving the land. The same time was there, then the company was asking the zamindars to invest, to make an investment in the land and to improve the land production. So since the revenue demanded of the state would not be increased, रेवेन्यू डिमांड जो थी वो इंक्रीज नहीं किया जा सकता था, द जमींदार्स वुड बेनिफिट फ्रॉम द इंक्रीज प्रोडक्शन फ्रॉम द लैंड. अब इससे क्या होता था कि जो भी एक्स्ट्रा प्रोडक्शन होता था उससे किसको फायदा हो रहा था? अब जमींदार्स को, क्योंकि जितना अमाउंट फिक्स था वो तो वो कंपनी को दे रहे थे, जो एक्सेस में प्रोडक्शन हो रहा था जिससे ज्यादा बेनिफिट हो पा रहा था तो वो जमींदार्स के बेनिफिट के लिए काम में आ रहा था. क्लियर? What was this permanent settlement? Now,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, now the problem was there in this permanent settlement. What was the problem? The permanent settlement, however, created problems. Permanent settlement created how many? Many problems in this. Now, company officials soon discovered that the zamindars were in fact not investing in the improvement of land. So, company officials को पता चल गया कि zamindars interest नहीं show कर रहे हैं कुछ भी invest. Now, what is the word investment means? To use the money for the profit, है ना? तो zamindars कुछ भी investment नहीं कर रहे हैं to improve the land production. Clear? Company officials को ये पता चल गया and the revenue that had been fixed was so high that the zamindars found it difficult to pay. और जो revenue जो permanent fix किया गया था by the company, it was so high that the zamindars were not able to pay to the company. इतना high पहले से ही डिमांड किया गया था ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी से कि zamindars were not found out very difficult to pay to the company. Now anyone who failed to pay the revenue lost his zamindari. जो भी रेवेन्यू पे करने के लिए फेल हो जाता था, जो रेवेन्यू पे नहीं कर सकता था कंपनी को, उसकी जमींदारी वापस से छीन ली जाती थी बाय द कंपनी, उसको जमींदारी की पोस्ट से हटा दिया जाता था. न्यूमरस जमींदारीज वर सोल्ड ऑफ एट ऑक्शन ऑर्गेनाइज्ड बाय द कंपनी. न्यूमरस जमींदारीज मींस द लैंड प्रोडक्शन. काफी सारी लैंड सोल्ड ऑफ किया गया एट ऑक्शन. ऑक्शन, व्हाट इज एन ऑक्शन? Public sale. Very good. In Hindi we can call it nilami, और इंग्लिश में क्या बोलते हैं? Public sale, in which goods and properties are sold in the sold to the highest payer. Highest pay जो करता है, highest payer होता है, उसी को वो goods और या properties को sell out कर दी जाती है, and it is a public sell out. और हिंदी में बोलते हैं हम उसको नीलामी. So it was organized by the company. नीलामी ऑर्गेनाइज की जाती थी कंपनी को, कंपनी के द्वारा, और जमींदार्स को जो लैंड दी जाती थी देखभाल के लिए, एंड इफ दे वर नॉट एबल टू पे द रेवेन्यू, प्रॉपर रेवेन्यू टू द कंपनी, देयर लैंड वाज कन्फिस्केटेड. लैंड ले ली जाती थी कंपनी से, कंपनी से के द्वारा, और उसको नीलाम कर दिया जाता था, मीन्स दूसरे लोगों को दिया जाता था. क्लियर? Now, by the first decade of the 19th century, the situation changed. Now the situation changed in the first decade of the 19th century. Now the price in the market rose and cultivation slowly expanded. Now price in the market rose and cultivation जो है production का वो बढ़ने लगा धीरे धीरे. This meant that increase in the income of the जमींदार ज्यादा से ज्यादा कमाने लग गए, but no gain for the company. But company के लिए कोई फायदा नहीं था. Why? Because the price was, the amount was fixed. Clear? And since it could not increase a revenue demand that had been fixed permanently, so the gain was there. As the increase in the production was there, prices were high, but that was beneficial, proved beneficial for the zamindars in the first decade of 19th century, but no profit was there for the company because it has already put the permanent, we can say, price to be submitted to the company by the zamindars. Now, even then the zamindars did not have an interest in improving the land, but then also zamindars did not took any interest in improving the land. Some had lost their lands in the earlier years of settlement. Settlement जैसे ही start हुआ तो in the initial stages only, जैसे ही permanent settlement formulate हुआ by the company, उसी वक्त most of the zamindars had lost their lands because they were not showing any interest in improving the land. और जब interest नहीं दिखाया improve करने के लिए land में, then they were not able to pay to the company. When they were not able to pay to the company, then definitely company had seized their land and had sold into auction. So it was in the initial stages only. Many zamindars have lost their land, and others now saw the possibility of earning without the trouble and risk of investment. As long as zamindars could give out the land to tenants and get rent, they were not interested in improving the land. So zamindars themselves were not interested in improving the land, but they have given the land to the tenants. Tenants means किराए के फार्मर्स को, किराए पे लोगों को लेकर आ जाते थे वो लोग जमींदार कि आपको इस लैंड पे इतना प्रोडक्शन करना है. सो वो उस लैंड पे वो प्रोडक्शन करते थे एंड गेट रेंट, और वहां से वो जो लोग फार्मर्स जो उस लैंड पे काम करते थे वो उनको रेंट पेमेंट कर देते थे जमींदार्स को. And they were not interested in improving the land. That means the zamindars themselves were not interested in improving the land. They had given their lands to the tenants. Tenants means those farmers who work in another land. उन फार्मर के हाथ में दे दी थी जो कि दूसरी की लैंड में काम करते थे. क्लियर? और फिर उनसे वो जमींदार क्या करते थे? रेंट लेते थे, किराया लेते थे काम करने का, कि आप हमारी लैंड पे काम कर रहे हो, इतना पैसा हमें पेमेंट करो तब आप हमारे यहाँ पर लैंड में काम कर सकते. Clear? This permanent settlement? Okay. On the other hand, in the villages, the cultivator found the system extremely oppressive. Now, on the other hand, in the villages में क्या situation थी? The cultivator, who was the cultivator? The farmers were the cultivator. They found the system very oppressive. Oppressive means? What does the word oppressive means? Cruel और harsh. इस टाइप की जो सिचुएशन थी वो उन फार्मर्स के लिए बहुत हार्श थी या क्रूअल थी, बिकॉज द रेंट ही पेड टू द जमींदार वाज हाई एंड हिज राइट टू ऑन द लैंड वाज इनसिक्योर. जो वो जमींदार को किराया देना पड़ता था वो तो बहुत ज्यादा था, और जो उनका लैंड पे जो इनसिक्योरिटी थी, मींस वो कभी भी लैंड से रिमूव किए जा सकते थे बाय द जमींदार. सो दिस वाज अ व्हाट harsh treatment or cruel treatment of zamindars towards the cultivators. Cultivators means towards the farmers who were cultivating the fields of zamindars. I hope till here it is clear. क्यों वो cruel थे? Okay, fine. So to pay the rent, he had to often take the loan from the money lender. Now these cultivators, these farmers were not able to pay the rent to the zamindars. So they often take loan from the money lenders. जो money lenders होते थे, जो पैसे देते थे, उनसे वो पैसे लेकर के और किसको देते थे? कर्जा लेकर के जमींदार को पेमेंट करते थे ताकि जमींदार उनको उनकी लैंड पे काम करने दें. and when he failed to pay the rent he was evicted. और अगर कभी भी ये कल्टीवेटर्स पेमेंट करने के में फेल हो जाते थे, whenever they were not able to pay to the zamindars, he was evicted. He was evicted means he was removed, forcefully removed. Evicted means he was forcefully removed from the land he had cultivated for generation. जो सदियों से वो अपने दादा नाना के टाइम से वो उस लैंड पे काम करते आ रहे हैं, और अगर वो अब पैसा नहीं दे पा रहे थे जमींदार को, तो उनको वो फोर्सफुली लैंड छोड़कर जाने के लिए, काम से हटाने के लिए बोल देते थे जमींदार. So it was a cruel treatment shown here on the part of zamindars towards cultivators who were cultivating their field. I hope the paragraph is clear now about permanent settlement. What was the problem and all? Okay, now second is a new system is devised. Now again a new system came into being. Devised means came into being. By the early 19th century, many of the company officials were convinced that the system of revenue had to be changed again. अब कुछ company officials को लगा कि अब हमें ये जो system of revenue collection है वो हमें change करना पड़ेगा, because now what happens? Zamindars are not taking interest, and whatever profit is there, it is also going to in the zamindars for the zamindars profit only, but company is not making any type of profit due to the permanent settlement. So the system has to be changed according to the company officials. Now, how could revenues be fixed permanently at the time when the company needed more money to meet its expenses of the administration and trade? अब वो ये सोच रहे थे कि जो रेवेन्यूज है वो क्यों फिक्स किया जाए परमानेंटली, जब कंपनी को बहुत ज्यादा जरूरत है किसकी? फॉर द मनी. व्हेन द कंपनी इज इन मोर नीड फॉर द मनी फॉर रनिंग द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन एंड ट्रेड. बिजनेस और एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के लिए जब कंपनी को ज्यादा पैसा की जरूरत है, देन व्हाई शुड कंपनी फिक्स द कॉस्ट ऑफ रेवेन्यू परमानेंटली फ्रॉम द पेजेंट्स? तो वो सोच रही थी, इसलिए वो चाह रही थी कि अब चेंज लाया जाए. सो इन द नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न प्रोविंसेस ऑफ द बंगाल प्रेसिडेंसी, मोस्ट ऑफ दिस एरिया इज नाउ इन उत्तर प्रदेश. Now in the northwest provinces, northwestern provinces means the northwestern territories of Bengal. Northwestern territories थी जो बंगाल की, बंगाल प्रेसिडेंसी की. Now it is most of the areas in उत्तर प्रदेश. An Englishman called Holt Mackenzie. अब हॉल्ट मैकेंजे आए यहाँ पर, और ही डिवाइज्ड अ न्यू सिस्टम. उन्होंने एक न्यू सिस्टम की प्लानिंग की. डिवाइज्ड मींस प्लानिंग की. किसने प्लानिंग की? इंग्लिशमैन हॉल्ट मैकेंजे ने. विच केम इनटू इफेक्ट इन 1822. जो कि इफेक्ट में, वर्किंग में कब आया? प्लानिंग उन्होंने कर दी थी पहले ही हॉल्ट मैकेंजे ने, अब वो इफेक्ट आया 1822 में. दिस न्यू पॉलिसी ऑफ company. He felt that the village was an important social institution. Now, according to Holt Mackenzie, village was an important social institution in the North Indian society and needed to be preserved. इनके Holt Mackenzie के according ये जो villages हैं, गांव का एरिया है, that should be preserved, that should be protected, because it is very important social institution for the इंडियन सोसाइटी. इंडियन सोसाइटी के लिए बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है विलेजेस, इसीलिए इनको प्रोटेक्ट करके रखना चाहिए. अंडर हिज डायरेक्शन, उनके डायरेक्शन में कलेक्टर्स वेंट फ्रॉम विलेज टू विलेज इंस्पेक्टिंग द लैंड. नाउ अकॉर्डिंग टू द डायरेक्शन शोन बाय हॉल्ट मैकेंजे, द कलेक्टर्स वर अपॉइंटेड एंड दे यूज्ड टू मूव फ्रॉम विलेज टू विलेज इंस्पेक्टिंग द लैंड. एक जगह से, एक विलेज से दूसरे विलेज जाते थे और इस लैंड को इंस्पेक्ट करते थे. लैंड किस टाइप की है? फर्टाइल लैंड है क्या? इनफर्टाइल लैंड है? रॉकी एरिया है कि प्लेन एरिया है? वेदर प्रोडक्शन कैन बी मेड ऑन दैट लैंड और नॉट. सो दैट टाइप ऑफ ऑल द इंस्पेक्शन वाज मेड. मेजरिंग द फील्ड, फील्ड्स को मेजर किया जाता था, कितनी बड़ी फील्ड है, कितना सारा प्रोडक्शन हो सकता है उस फील्ड से. एंड रिकॉर्डिंग द कस्टम्स एंड राइट्स ऑफ द डिफरेंट ग्रुप्स. और किस फील्ड पे, किस लैंड पे किन लोगों का राइट है, किन लोगों को बिलोंग करती है वो लैंड, वो सारा कुछ डिटेल्ड इंस्पेक्शन सर्वे किया गया बाय द कलेक्टर्स अंडर द डायरेक्शन ऑफ हॉल्ट मैकेंजे. क्लियर? किस बात का सर्वे किया गया? किस बात का सर्वे किया गया हॉल्ट मैकेंजे के द्वारा?
मैम लैंड
Land का proper land survey was done. What type of land is there? What type of field? How much field? How big field is? Who all have the right on that particular land and field? किस किस का अधिकार है उस proper field और land पर? तो सबके बारे में अच्छे से जानकारी ले ली and by with the help of whom? By the help of collectors. The estimated revenue of each plot. Now the estimated revenue from each plot within the village was added up to calculate revenue that each village had to pay. अब सारा कुछ एक बार उन्होंने देख लिया किस लैंड में कितना अधिकार है, कितना फर्टाइल है, कितना नहीं है. अब जो रेवेन्यू कलेक्ट हो सकता है पर्टिकुलर प्लॉट से, इट वाज ऑल एडेड अप, कैलकुलेटेड प्रॉपर्ली, एंड दैट डिसाइडेड दैट विच विलेज, महल was at that time called as village, sorry, village was called that at that time as महल. तो कौन से विलेज को कितना पेमेंट करना पड़ेगा कंपनी को, इट वाज देन डिसाइडेड. प्रॉपर्ली कैलकुलेशन वाज डन, कितनी फर्टाइल एरिया, कितना लैंड है कल्टीवेशन के लिए, किसका कितना रोल है उस लैंड, और उसपे फिर कैलकुलेशन प्रॉपर करके पता लगाया गया कि किस विलेज को कितना रेवेन्यू देना पड़ेगा कंपनी को. दिस डिमांड वाज टू बी रिवाइज पीरियोडिकली. अब ये जो डिमांड था, now it was to be revised periodically from time to time. Again it has to be revised. Revised means it will be reconsidered. Revised means it will be reconsidered again. बार बार ये सर्वे होंगे, बार बार देखा जाएगा, and then again and again it will be reconsidered which village will be which village will pay what type of amount, how much amount to the company. Then and it was not permanently fixed. ये permanently fixed भी नहीं था, वो revised periodically means it was recalculated, reconsidered again and again, time to time. Now the charge of collecting the revenue and paying it to the company was given to the village headman. Now there in permanent settlement, who was given the charge of collecting the revenue? The Rajas and Talukdars. Hello, are you all sleeping?
No, ma'am.
Okay. In permanent settlement, who was given the charge to collect the revenue?
Rajas and Talukdars.
Very good, Rajas and Talukdars. And now here in this new policy, who was given? Village headman.
Village headman.
Village headman was given the right to collect the revenue rather than the zamindars. This system came to be known as Mahalwari settlement. और ये जो settlement है, ये Mahalwari settlement, that is the second policy which was adopted by the company for collecting the revenue. Got it? The second Mahalwari settlement.
Yes, ma'am.
The second paragraph, the new device policy, new system was Mahalwari settlement. So first we have read about permanent settlement. Second we have
Combined settlement.
very good. Second we have read about Mahalwari settlement, yeah, which was devised by Holt Mackenzie. Now third is
मैम मुझे मालवाई वाला समझ नहीं आया.
महालवारी सेटलमेंट में प्रॉपर अब परमानेंट सेटलमेंट से बिल्कुल डिफरेंट था. इसमें वो तो परमानेंट रेवेन्यू फिक्स था, यहाँ पर परमानेंट रेवेन्यू फिक्स नहीं था. यहाँ पर टाइम टू टाइम पीरियोडिकली रिवाइज होगा, रिकंसीडर होगा कि कितना विलेज को कितना देना पड़ेगा कंपनी को. क्लियर? वहां पर अब देखते हैं परमानेंट सेटलमेंट में कि वहां पर राजाज और तालुकदार को were having the right to collect the revenue, but in village headman, here in Mahalwari settlement, village headman was given right to collect the revenue. Clear? तो यहाँ पर एक तरीके से हम ये देखते हैं कि प्रॉपर प्लानिंग किया गया कि कौन सी लैंड फर्टाइल है, किस लैंड से हमें ज्यादा रेवेन्यू मिल सकता है, किस लैंड से ज्यादा रेवेन्यू नहीं मिल सकता है, वो सारा पूरा डिसाइड, कितनी बड़ी लैंड है, कितनी बड़ी फील्ड है, कितनी छोटी फील्ड है, तो कौन विलेज दे पाएगा, कौन विलेज नहीं दे पाएगा. प्रॉपर एस्टिमेशन वाज डन बाय द कलेक्टर्स ऑफ हॉल्ट मैकेंजी, देन ओनली इट वाज डिवाइस्ड दैट इतना विलेज को देना ही देना है, ताकि वो विलेज जो है इतना कलेक्शन करके कंपनी को दे ही सके. क्लियर? दैट वाज महालवारी सेटलमेंट. नाउ सेकंड, द थर्ड वाज मुनरो सिस्टम. Third was Monroe system. Now, in the British territory in the south, there was a similar move away from idea of permanent settlement. The new system that was devised came to be known as रोटवार और रोटवारी. अब नया सिस्टम डिवाइस हुआ, क्या बोलने लगे उसको? रोटवार और रोटवारी. It was tried on the small scale. पहले तो इसको small scale पे start किया गया. And who was started on the small scale?
मेरी पेंसिल पड़ी थी गुड्डा, शायद तक आप उस पे हो.
Hello, mute yourself. It was started by Alexander Reed in some of the areas. It was started by Rotwari settlement was started by Alexander Reed in some of the areas. कुछ ही areas में ये as a trial के रूप में start किया गया. Clear? Then it was taken over by the company after the wars with Tipu Sultan. Subsequently developed by Thomas Munro. उसके बाद किसने इसको further develop किया? प्लानिंग की अलेक्जेंडर रीड ने और डेवलप किसने किया? थॉमस मुनरो ने. इसीलिए बाद में इसको किस नाम से कहलाया गया? ये मुनरो सिस्टम के नाम.
मुंडो सिस्टम.
क्लियर? सो बी केयरफुल, टू नेम्स आर देयर हियर. Alexander Reed has devised it, whereas Thomas Munro has developed this. Further develop was made in this system through Munro. Thomas Munro. That is why it was came to be known as Munro system. And this system was gradually extended all over South India. और फिर ये पूरा spread हो गया पूरा South India पे. Clear? Now Reed and Munro felt that
Yes,
in
ma'am.
South there was no traditional zamindars. अब रीड एंड मुनरो को पता चला कि जो साउथ इंडिया में है, नो ट्रेडिशनल जमींदार्स आर देयर. Very good, Arnav. Then it will be for more easy for you to remember. Arnav has made the table of these three systems so that differentiation is clearly shown with the three systems, and it will be more easy for you to understand. The same way you can also form the three tables for these table system for all these three systems, and accordingly you can mark it. So the settlement that argued to be made directly with the cultivators. Now the Reed and Munro felt that the south there was no traditional zamindars. कोई भी जमींदार नहीं था साउथ इंडिया में. So the settlement they argued had to be made directly with the cultivators. अब ये जो settlement हुआ, that was made directly with whom? Directly with the cultivators. Cultivators means directly with the farmers. और उस समय cultivators को क्या बोलते थे? Rights. क्या बोलते थे cultivators को? Rights. And that is why it is also called as Rotwari system. Rotwari system. Who had tilled the land? Tilled the land means जो लैंड पे टिलिंग करते थे, प्रोडक्शन करते थे, फार्मिंग करते थे फॉर जनरेशंस. सो नाउ दिस सिस्टम वाज मेड डायरेक्टली विद whom? Directly with the cultivators who were tilling the lands for generations. जो सदियों से उस लैंड पे काम करते आ रहे थे, उनके साथ अब ये सेटलमेंट किया गया. किसने किया? अलेक्जेंडर रीड ने और थॉमस मुनरो ने. They were company officials. Clear? Now their field had to be carefully and separately surveyed before the revenue assessment was made. यहाँ पर भी all the fields had to be carefully and separately surveyed. Survey work was to be done for the each and every field, and Munro thought that the British should act as paternal father. Britishers को कैसे act करना पड़ेगा इस field के लिए? Paternal father. Paternal means who is the paternal father? जो फादर की साइड से बिलोंग करते हैं उसे क्या बोलते हैं? पैटर्नल. और जो मदर की साइड को बिलोंग करते हैं उसे बोलते हैं मैटर्नल. सो मुनरो थॉट दैट द ब्रिटिश शुड एक्ट एज अ पैटर्नल फादर फिगर्स प्रोटेक्टिंग द राइट्स अंडर देयर चार्ज. एक तरीके से वो इनके फोरफादर्स के रूप में इनके राइट्स को प्रोटेक्ट करेंगे और उनसे चार्ज करेंगे. क्लियर? क्या चार्ज करेंगे? रेवेन्यू चार्ज करेंगे. आई होप क्लियर. इट इज क्लियर एवरीवन? Read again.
Yes, ma'am.
read again. If anything not clear, you can ask me. Now we will continue with this next paragraph. That was all was not well in our next class. Till then, read till here and try to understand. If
ma'am.
any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, fine. So that's all for today. Thank you.
Have a nice day, ma'am.
Okay, same to
Have a
you.
nice day, ma'am.